This is a training video for the Aparito Nitrogen app in conjunction with the COVID oncology study. So we start by downloading the app. In this case, this is an iPhone, so it's the App Store we go into, but with an Android device, this would be the Google Play Store. We then search for Nitrogen by Aparito, download that. It'll come up and to show the and then it will ask you if you want to download it, which you do, and it will download the app. And then open the app, and it brings us to the Nitrogen home screen, and then they ask you whether you want to use your Bluetooth. Say yes here, okay, so that it will connect to your Garmin device. Next thing to do is to scan the QR code. So you should have been sent by email or given a QR code by your clinicians. If you press the scan QR code, it will ask if you can access the camera. If you allow that, it will then access, and then if you then click on the QR code from the email you were sent, you can then allow the notifications, so you get the reminders from your clinicians, and then it opens and you have the select language. So choose the language of your choice, and it will take you on to the consent form. If once you've read through and you're happy with the consent, if you then agree for that consent, you're now consented onto the study and you are registered on the study. So in this case, the first thing to do is to go to Settings, Devices, and you should have been sent a Garmin Vivo Smart 4. So if you select that one, and then ensure that your the wearable you've been sent is close at hand and has the different languages going across the screen, as it says here. Then if we press search, the iPhone will search for it. Pairing. Now the Garmin should now have a code on it, a 6-digit code. In this case it's 935859, and then once you've entered those 6 digits, press pair. That should now link in, and you'll see that I'm now getting the that's paired successfully. Allow that. I didn't need to go out the app. Sorry, the Nitrogen app, and then we go back again to the home screen. You'll now see you have notifications here. So we have 2 in the symptoms checker, 4 in the library. So let's start with the symptoms checker. Press the arrow on the right hand side, and we can look at the welcome message. You'll see the welcome message here. Welcome you onto the trial. You can then submit that back home, and then you can do your first symptoms checker, and you'll be sent 2 symptoms checkers each day, one at 8 o'clock in the morning and one at 8 o'clock in the evening, to help the clinicians monitor any symptoms you might have. So we go to the symptoms checker, and then we can answer the questions yes or no. Choose any number any number of symptoms you may be suffering from, and then press next. I'll ask you here to go to events afterwards, so we'll see that in a moment how to do that, but we can do that manually during the day. The oxygen saturation is measured automatically overnight, but during the day we have to do spot checks. So let me get next. It gives you some telephone numbers to contact, and then if you need to, submit, and then home. And then we're done with our symptoms checker until a new symptoms checker is sent at the end of the day at 8 o'clock in the evening, or 8 o'clock, and of course at the beginning of the day at 8 o'clock in the morning. We can go to events, and then here we have vital signs, opting out, and symptoms. So the vital signs, we have a number of vital signs you can measure at any time. The clinicians might ask you to look at these, but the first one we've been asked to do from our symptoms checker is to measure our oxygen saturation. So oxygen saturation. We can then use the library, which I'll show you shortly, how to get the instructions how to do this from your wearable. But if you measure your oxygen saturation from the wearable, then that will take that to, and you can it goes to the measure the put in the time, which is pre-populated, and that is now logged, and your clinician will have it. If we go back to events again, we have a symptoms checker, so you can check your symptoms at any time during the day and whether they're getting worse or staying the same. And again, you also have the opting out. So if you want to opt out of the project, you can go through the opting out option there, which will explain to you how to deactivate from the app. Then we have the library. In the library, we have frequently asked questions, which has numbers for your clinicians and also technical help with Aparito if you have any issues with the app, technical issues with the app. Again, how to opt out, providing oxygen. So there are some videos on this page on how to take the oxygen saturation in the events. And then we have how can my family help. So if you would like your family to engage in some contact testing, you can email us and we can get you involved with that with our partners, Addy Life. And again, if you want to opt out, all the instructions on how to delete the app, etc. are in there. So if you require any further help, as I say, please contact us at Aparito. Our number's on the frequently asked questions here.